Heed well, listeners, for this world is darkness and pain. From the ice-capped mountains of Jotunheim to the untamed steppes in all their wild splendor. From shrouded Ophir, where dark creatures perform darker rites, to civilized lands like Argus and Zamar, where humans seek diversions, while their petty rulers wage endless war upon one another. The Stygian blackness of night encroaches from all sides, but some there are who stand against it. For revenge, for power, for bloodlust, or for principle. They bring their steel against this world. Throck of the wild barbarians, Arven of the Shadar Kai, Daro the Faceless One, and Raylan, the Promised One, Herald of Zelios. Against all they survey, these four will prevail. Or they will perish.
Hello, and welcome to Shadows of Archonia, our weekly 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons live stream. I am Steve Boshear, and I will be your Dungeon Master for the evening.
As every week, I'm Joshua, and I'll be playing Throck, the Urman Storm Herald Barbarian / Champion Fighter.
And I'm Alan, playing Zelios. We left off with Zelios last week. And Azamar, Death Touch Sorcerer.
Carolynn, playing the Circle of Twilight Shadowkai Druid.
And I'm Eric. I'm playing Ramakon, the Mummy Warlock of the Great Old One.
So if you know D&D, but you didn't recognize all of those races and subclasses, you should know that in this game we make heavy use of the Dark Arts Player's Companion. It's a third-party 5th edition supplement created by Gimenez 3000. Great supplement. It's free online, and it contains new character races, new subclasses for every class in the game, new spells, including a new spell-casting mechanic called Hemomancy that's dangerous and awesome, and even more new monsters to throw at your players, all of which have a dark and evil bent to it. So the creator, Gimenez 3000, has a Patreon that you should definitely go and check out, because he releases other homebrew stuff, not just this amazing book, but definitely get one of those too.
Yeah.
And hopefully if you heard the music in the opening, that music was actually from a creator named J-Man at OurMusicBox on YouTube. He has a bunch of free music tracks you can look at. And he also has a Patreon too. And if you feel like supporting him, that would be great.
The voiceover in the intro is brought to you by Alexander George M.S., and we know him from the internet.
All of the digital artwork in the intro is by yours truly. I can be found on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram as Mighty Works Character Portraits, or on ArtStation under my actual name, Steve Boshear. It took me several weeks to get the hand motion correct on the name tag. I do take commissions, so if you'd like your own character or party rendered in my style, reach out to me on one of those platforms and let's talk. Or you can message the channel here on Twitch. I'm the one that will get it.
And if you like our stream, but you don't like the fact that you can't talk to us directly on Twitch or YouTube if you're watching there, go ahead and head on over to our Discord. The link is definitely down below the video, no matter where you're watching.
Unless someone has embedded it, in which case, why?
Yes. Yeah.
And
we love you for it, but
Yeah.
And speaking of the YouTube channel, we have a YouTube channel. You should go subscribe there, catch up on all episodes. There's a lot of them. This is what, 52, 53?
56.
56. So 55 episodes to look at.
Yeah.
And one-shots, too. So
Oh, yeah.
definitely follow that.
Quite a few of
Definitely
those.
follow that if you haven't seen them. And we're here every Friday at 8:30 Pacific at Shadows of Archonia Twitch.
Yes. I was recently trying to remember all the one-shots just from memory. We did... And like there were so many that it took me a while. We did the Holy, Holy, Holy one. We did Cyberpunk. We did Don't Rest Your Head. We did the Man one-shot. We did Honey Heist. We did Dresden Files. We did Survive the Night. And we did the Shadarkai one-shot. I think that's all of them, right?
sure.
So we've got 8 one-shots in addition to 56 regular episodes of this. Well, 56 counting this one. We've got a lot of content out there. You people should appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the one shot is just great. It's just great.
Yes. Tall Tim Turner. My least favorite Joshua voice.
It had to be done.
I
I
know.
like it.
It was the correct voice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the past couple weeks have been action-packed for you guys. You did not get through an entire night of sleep since leaving your castle. You were tracked and confronted by Cathra, who warned you of the coming of Manannan and the other fingers of the Order, and helped you fight them off before trying to kidnap Raylan. Raylan escaped. Everything was okay for a few seconds. And then Lady Helena and Houton showed up. They tried to replace Oven with Houton, and you killed him for it and drove her away. She was rescued by a monster that she had summoned. In the process of all of that happening, a couple other things happened. Oven discovered that a magical creature of some sort had taken up residence in her decanter of endless water and will now do her bidding.
We love him.
We love him. Also, the long-lost and much-beloved Eerie has returned, having previously been stuck in Raylan's head and then Throck's head. She has now come back from the beyond to speak inside of Oven's head. She has apparently arrived as a messenger from the Queen for the messenger of the Queen.
I feel like that should be backed by popular demand. Should be in there somewhere.
Yeah, well, it was sad.
Yeah.
It was sad when she died. It was
We all
sad.
cried a little.
It was sad when she re-died. On the one hand, she did hate being with Raylan and Zelios. On the other hand, he was the only one who could let other people hear her. So that's what's going on. I was watching episode 7 today, Hey, Joker's Chosen. He came by on Wednesday for my other stream. I was watching episode 7 today, where Throck and Eerie first met, and you could tell right away. You could tell right away that was going to be a thing. Anyway, all of that happened, and you guys are still in the woods. Darrow was severely hurt and recovered, and then got in another fight. I think you all took some decent hits, and you still have not completed a long rest. Excuse me. Darrow, following the events of last week, laid down and went right to sleep and remains unconscious.
What time is it?
It's like well after midnight.
So we need to finish our rest.
There's plenty of bodies if anyone wants to make a hut or something.
Ooh, make
I
stuff.
already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I thought she made it already.
I might have skipped past it. I rewatched the end of last week, and there was nobody laid down or anything. So,
Yeah.
you are other than Darrow.
Zelios was the first to go to sleep.
Well, Zelios did go to sleep. That's true because you and Throck were talking with Eerie. Yeah. Okay. So you've already made the hut. Who is taking watches?
Well, Zelios is already asleep.
Ramakan will take the watch.
Okay. Yeah.
First watch.
Darrow is also already asleep.
I'll go after you.
Okay. I guess that leaves Oven next.
Yeah.
So, Ramakan, as you sit inside the hut, the magical hut, which is made of a waterfall of blood and bile from the creature that Oven dissected to create the ritual for it, you are able to see out into the darkness. The trees around you seem eerily still. Roll a perception check to see how you do on your watch.
I got an 8.
Interesting.
Perception isn't good.
I got the heavy hitters up front.
I have a
Well,
-1 for perception. So
you have a -1.
yeah.
Cool. Great watching.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, your watch expires with nothing having happened that you are aware of.
You can see in the dark.
Yeah, everyone can.
Now then.
You might be able to see better than them. I think you have like
I can.
120, but everyone else has at least 60 feet, I think.
Also sight.
Yeah. So your watch goes by, 4 hours pass, nothing has happened. You may now wake Throck if you choose.
You're up, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Rise and shine.
What?
It's just
I don't know how to shine.
Okay.
it's just a thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all right.
So Ramakan, you will need to go inactive for 4 hours. I don't think you have to lay down for that. You can do it however you like.
So, in that case, yeah, he just. Oh, but it's okay inside. We're still inside the hut, so.
Yeah.
Um,
You are allowed, you're able to move through the hut in and out, but no one else can. Oven designates people who can get in and out.
Oh, Ramakon can go in and out of the hut, but nobody else can do that?
Well, yeah, the party can, not just
Okay,
Ramakon.
right.
All of you guys can.
All right. Would reading one of his old tomes or books count as being inactive?
No, you have to actually. It's actually like turning off for 4 hours.
Okay.
You could be reading during your watch, but when it's time to sleep, this is what you do instead of sleeping: is just go inactive, dormant.
All right. So he pretends to flip a switch on the back of his neck, and then he just tilts his head and his eyes.
Yeah. Did you watch Thundercats as a kid? Remember Thundercats?
No.
Oh man. Oh man. Mum Ra, man. At the end of every episode, he would say like, "My time is growing short," and then he would go back into his sarcophagus. And that was, that's what you're doing right now, only without the sarcophagus.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Throck, it is your watch. It is still quite dark. You can see out of the hut as well, but it's kind of the darkest part of the night at this point. And you can't see much. You can see the shapes where the trees are, and that's kind of it. So roll a perception check.
All right. This is my strong suit.
Oh, I know it is.
2.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you almost don't notice when halfway through your watch the sun comes up. But then
Something is different out there.
it is brighter.
I shined.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
All right. Cody Mao, our one-time guest star, is asking what Pact Boon Ramakon has. He has Pact of the Blade with the Great Old One subclass, which is not the way people usually do it, but it's the way he does it.
Throck goes up just in front. Did you say Ramakon is just standing there? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Throck goes up to Con. Hey, did you see that?
So he's Ramakon's. Is he? Okay.
You are not aware of it. You're basically a statue. You're like a real mummy right now. You're just dead.
He just stands motionless because he can't see you. Eyes dark.
So it's the end of the watch now.
Yeah, so you can...
Ish.
It's the end of your watch, but you guys didn't get the long rest started until well into the night because of the chase and the 2 fights. So you can now wake Oven and finish off your own sleep.
Hey,
I'm up.
hey, check this out. He's just standing there.
Okay, so Oven, with your passive perception of 12, you immediately notice what Throck completely failed to see. And you assume this is what he's trying to show you. The landscape outside the hut is not the landscape that was there when you all laid down.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Well then.
The trees, you were in a forest. There are still trees. They are all dead. And there are no leaves on any of them. There's no grass on the ground. There's mud and swampland surrounding everything as far as you can see from in here.
How long were we asleep for?
Uh, 12.
Years? Centuries?
12.
What is this?
He's just standing there, and I'm shining. You know what? I'm gonna lay down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what Throg does.
So, Oven, it is your watch. Are you going to take your watch, or are you going to wake everyone because you have seen something?
I'm just gonna take the watch
Okay.
so that everyone can get their rest. And just kind of keep an eye out on the surrounding strange area.
Roll perception, please.
17.
You see, at a distance of about 200 yards, the shape of a person standing amidst the dead trees.
Is it the shape of a familiar looking person?
You can't tell at this distance, but whoever it is turns and walks out of sight behind one of the trees.
Lovely. I store that in my noggin as information to pass on to my compatriots when they awake.
Okay. Your watch passes without incident other than that, and you may now wake up the boy.
I shall wake up the boy. Boy. Kid. Child. Kind of like nudging him with my foot.
What is it?
You also notice the instant your eyes come into focus and the fog clears from your brain, the same thing Oven saw, that you are not where you were.
Did someone...
Not I.
Oh, man.
Are you Zelios at this time?
Yeah, still Zelios. And he's just really like, oh, I don't even want to get up right now.
You've already slept for like 12 hours.
I know, but seeing this, he's just like, oh, man. Okay.
Let me go back to sleep. This is a dream.
Can I take a closer look at the outside?
Roll perception.
Do. 19.
You see no more than Oven saw. That it is swampy, that the trees are dead. However, you do notice something about the dead trees. They are, you think, in the same place relative to your position that the living trees were when you went down to sleep. The ground has changed. The trees are different types of trees and they are dead. But the one that was right by the hut on that one side, there's a tree there now too. And the one right behind it that you remember noticing, there's one there.
Zerios just says, have we been, has time been moving faster or?
Yeah, so that's what I asked when I woke up. But it was Throck.
Yes.
Um, did Zelios know about Erie coming back? Did anyone tell him? Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like
you heard before you went to sleep. Yeah.
so he knows that Erie is in Oven's head, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did did Erie tell you anything about what just happened here?
I didn't think to ask her. Erie, are you awake?
Well, the thing is, I'm in you, and you're awake.
So yes. And Oven's gonna do a 360 and say, "What happened? Do you know?"
Well, first I was living in the city with my friends, and then I met you, mistress, and we all went on a walk together. But then Raylan's friend killed me. But then Zelios pulled me out of me, and then I was in him for a while, and that was no fun because he's a jerk. But then the old man came, and he sent me into Throck, and that was the best, but you couldn't hear me anymore. And then the giant took me out of Throck, and I met the queen. And she was my friend.
I meant what's happening around us right now.
You're in a hut.
Outside of the hut, Erie.
Oh. I don't know.
She doesn't know.
Man, she must have took a long time to come to that conclusion.
She was telling me her life story from the time she met us.
Boring. So now let's go
Mistress,
outside. And see what's
mistress,
up.
mistress.
Erie.
You're really powerful, right?
Sure, we'll go with it.
Okay, can you do a favor for me, please?
What?
Will you slap Zelios in his damn face?
No.
Will you do it twice?
No.
At this point, Zerios is already walking towards like the entrance of the hut, and he wants to take a look outside.
Well, there's not really an entrance. It's more just an invisible dome. Well, it's not invisible the way Oven casts it, but it's transparent. You can walk through at any point.
All right.
I'm gonna yell after you. There's someone out there, or there was.
How long ago?
Couple hours.
Oh, yeah, a couple hours ago.
Well, I'm just gonna see if I'm just gonna feel it out a little bit, and it says so. Zelios goes outside, just a couple steps outside, just to feel out how the air is and all that stuff.
As you step out, the temperature inside the hut is comfortable, but as you step outside, it's sharply cold, like a stinging, bitter cold. And the air smells sort of acrid, like something is dead and rotting nearby. Just a hint of it. It's not overwhelming. The trees look the same as they did from inside. The ground is very wet. Your feet sink into it a bit. Right where you're standing, it's very muddy. But there are lots of places nearby where it's much wetter, where it would be closer to water than earth. Like I said, it's now very swampy in every direction.
Man. Okay. So Zalio comes in. He goes to Oven. It seems really, really dead out there. How far we are from the trees where we're still really far away from it, right?
No,
That
you
was-
guys went down right where you had the fight last week. So there. Oh, you mean from the horse trees where you were headed?
Horse trees, yeah.
Yeah, you're actually still many days from there, a couple weeks.
Oh, man, we're not gonna make it.
How do you think we won't make it?
Just seeing what happened in under a night outside, I'm afraid what will happen in the next couple of days.
Yes, that is a problem.
Carolyn, how long does the tiny hut last? Is it 8 hours?
8 hours.
Okay. Well, it is. As you guys are talking, it is fading, and the sort of waterfall of blood and gore that composes the hut's walls spreads out to the sides and falls to the ground in a ring, and it ceases to be magical.
Man, we're gonna stink.
Everyone roll perception.
Is Pharmacon awake now?
Yeah, you will have woken up around the time Oven's watch ended.
Oh, okay.
Got a 7.
What was that, Alan?
7.
Joshua?
3.
Eric?
4.
Carolyn?
16.
Okay, none of you see it happen. But Oven, you turn and notice that the pile of clothing and packages where Darrow was is unoccupied.
Oh, that's not good.
What happened? Zalos looks around. Does he see that Darrow's not around?
Darrow's not there.
Zalos like, well, it was gonna happen sooner or later.
So his clothes are there, but he's not. Is that what you said
His
happened?
clothes and weapons are there, and the bags that he had on him are still where he put them down. But he is gone.
Zalos looks around for a note or anything.
You don't see that, but what you do see is that as soon as the hut failed, the landscape outside invaded the ground you were standing on. So even while the hut previously was the ground inside was the way you had left it, it is now swamp like the rest of it.
Well, okay, then I try to recover what I can from the swamp.
Nothing is sinking. It's not that wet right here.
Oh.
It's muddy, but nothing. You're not losing anything right now.
Oven's gonna go ahead and pick up all of Darrow's belongings and stick them in a bag.
Okay.
I guess you're carrying Darrow
Is Ghost
whenever
still,
he decides to pop in.
is Ghost still with you?
Sure is. Ghost does not disappear until he dies.
Okay.
Then I can resummon him.
Yeah. Well, you can dismiss him.
Yeah.
He is. When he is not acting under orders, he just sits there breathing.
Excellent.
Yeah. So he's
I'm
just,
gonna give him a morning pet.
it's just a big blood monster breathing at everybody. And he's got like RBF, so he's just constantly terrifying to look at.
What's RBF?
Rest,
Bitch face.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna pick up one of the bones that was used to make the hut and hand it to Ghost for breakfast.
He eats it in one gulp.
Good boy.
Ex-
got a puppy. I'm so happy.
Your blood puppy.
So I guess we should just proceed to the horse trees, huh?
Yep. Let's see if I actually have.
I mean, there's no trace of where Darrow might have went. At least Zelios looks around for tracks or anything like that outside.
You find nothing.
So Darrow could have gone on another one of his quests again.
Out clothes or weapons.
But or maybe he went to the horse trees already. He's ahead of us.
Without clothes or weapons.
Hey, mistress,
Yes, Erie.
do you hang out with the dead guy all the time now?
We don't talk about him.
But he's talking to you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know him very well, but he seems smarter than Zelios.
Erie. He is much, much older than Zelios, yes.
Oh.
Much.
Well, so was Raffin, but Raffin was not smarter than Zelios.
So Ramakan, where do you think he went?
I don't know this character that well.
Have you seen anyone just disappear like that and from their clothes and anything?
There was this wizard sorcerer named Obi-Wan.
Nope.
One time.
Nope.
I had to. Okay.
Throck, I actually am going to need an investigation check from you.
Oh, you got it. This one's even better. 8. Better because I rolled better.
Due to your love of violence, 8 is actually good enough for this. As you are picking up and packing away Darrow's things, you notice not all of his weapons are here.
Hold on.
The rapier that he's been using, the Moonblade, is not here. His daggers are here, his bow and arrows are here, but that rapier's gone. His underwear's here.
Well, yeah. Well, no, he's got what he needs.
Yeah.
And what is this?
You know that sword that he talks to, or
Oh, he took that with him.
He's been talking to a sword.
Well, you talk to your best weapon. That's just what you do, you know.
That was out of character. I was actually asking Steve, are we?
Darrow has not spoken with it much,
Well, no.
but he has on occasion spoken to the sword, yes.
Yeah.
I make sure it's something that I just missed. Did I miss this or?
It might not have happened with you present. He has a sword that is partially sentient. It doesn't talk back.
So we took a sword,
And
not garments.
And for the record, Throck doesn't actually know that it, is for any reason. It just really, that's what you do.
Yeah, I got it, yeah. King of the Ur. There's really only one qualification for that position.
Unique.
Carry the bags. I carry the bags.
Yeah, we know.
And you're very good at it, Throck. I suggest we move along and not stay in this swamp.
All right. Does anyone know the direction to the horse trees?
West.
Do you know where west is?
Oven kind of looks up at the sun. Is there a sun?
There is.
And
It's right. It rose in the east, as far as you know.
Zaya's only asked because usually, Daro's the one leading the way. So
Yeah.
so it's morning still, right?
Correct. It's very early morning. The sun rose during Throck's watch, and your watch was like the earliest hours of the morning, and now, yeah, the chill is still in the air.
Cool. I'm going to point in the direction opposite the sun. That way.
Yes, very good.
all right, following you.
Let's go, Ghost.
Okay.
Ramakan follows. I'm sure our shadow friend will show up when he's ready.
I hope so.
So you guys begin traveling. It's very slow going through the swampy ground. Difficult terrain. Your movement speed is going to be halved. The chill in the air never really seems to leave. If anything, it gets colder as the day grows longer. There are insects buzzing all around, and lots of smells of rotting things. Occasionally a root or a branch or a vine seems to come out of nowhere, like it's trying to trip you on purpose. But of course it isn't. It's just that you didn't notice it. I will need Oven and Ramakan to make perception checks.
Third one of the day. Oh, I got an 18.
Okay.
Woo!
17.
Okay. What is your marching order, everyone?
As far as I know, I was behind Oven.
And I'm guarding Zelios, Raylan. I'm keeping a close eye on him.
Okay, and I know Throck likes to go first, so that puts Ramakan in the back. There comes a moment during the journey, Ramakan, when all of your friends go around a corner, around a big stand of trees, and you lose sight of them for an instant. As you come around that corner, you see standing in front of you not your three companions, but a different person. And a bolt of fear shoots through you for just a second until you realize it's a scarecrow standing in the path.
Just a scarecrow. That's all he sees.
Yeah, there's a scarecrow there in the space your friends just walked through.
Does he see anyone else? Does he see the friends? Is it wide open?
Yeah, you can see the back of them behind the scarecrow. They clearly just walked through where it is.
Does this scarecrow have any sort of familiarity with Ramakan? Does it stick out to him as anything?
No, except that it is very roughly made. It is assembled out of dead twigs and twine very rough twine. The clothes that are on it are so old and ratty as to be unrecognizable, and it's covered in filth and muck. It's basically a bundle of sticks tied in the shape of a human being.
So there's nothing is familiar to him other than it's just a rotting or decrepit scarecrow falling apart.
Yeah.
And they've passed it already, so it's in between me and them.
Yes.
And they're how far away from me?
Just a few feet.
Oh, so it's not it's just, okay.
Yeah. They're walking as though they didn't see it.
Ramakan says, I wonder what this scarecrow is for out here. He says it is Avon.
You gonna turn around?
Oh, I didn't realize he was actually calling me. Yeah.
You're an outdoorsy one.
That
Sure.
Oven, that scarecrow was definitely not there a second ago.
Lovely. That's new.
What do you mean it's new? It looks quite old to me.
As in, it wasn't there.
Does Ramakan have any sort of recognition of this, in thousands of years of being undead? Of this?
You can make an investigation check.
Yes, I think he would like that.
Okay.
He ponders for a minute and thinks where he's heard of or seen anything like this before. 17.
It just looks like a scarecrow to you.
I meant like how the surroundings seem to have changed overnight.
For that, okay, I thought you were asking about the scarecrow specifically.
No,
For that,
no.
you need an Arcana check.
Ooh, this is a good 18.
You have heard of powerful magic that can do things like this, but it's hard to say what happened because, for one thing, all such magic is beyond your abilities. For another thing, you don't know who in this world of the future still has access to that kind of power. And for another thing, you're not really sure what did happen. You don't know if you were transported or if the land was changed.
Well, given the scarecrow appearing out of nowhere, according to Avon, might be safe to assume he thinks maybe things are changing as opposed to being transported.
You may assume.
He makes the assumption, whether or not he's right. He makes that assumption.
Okay. If things are being changed, then there is still the question of, are they actually being changed or is it illusion? And you don't know the answer to that either.
I have a feeling we are being watched.
By the scarecrow?
Yes, Rock. But, well,
I mean, so the rock goes up to the scarecrow and covers his eyes.
Oh, he's gone.
But
you cover the scarecrow's eyes?
Yeah.
Your hand passes through the head of the scarecrow.
oh,
And it vanishes.
clearly an illusion.
I think I just killed it.
Good job,
Right.
Throck!
Gary says, good job.
Nice job.
Hey. Oh yeah.
So
Ramakon pulls out one of his books and starts flipping through to see anyone who might have any of this kind of power to create a whole world of illusion.
You cannot find that information in any reasonable amount of time. You guys have to keep traveling or stop here if you want to for some reason.
Can I read it while I'm walking?
Sure. You're gonna have disadvantage on perception checks to read while you're walking.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I suggest we continue on.
All right.
There's nothing else we can do until whoever's watching reveals himself.
So Throg goes back to the front and just like reaches over and touches an old like a limb or something.
Okay.
Nothing. It just hits it.
Like a tree limb? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tree limb.
Okay, cool. Is the tree limb flammable by chance?
It appears to be dead.
Yeah, it catches on fire because of my because of the aura.
Yeah, okay, it's on fire. You hear Oven in your head.
Oh.
You hear, "Good job, Throck."
Oh,
Good job, Throck.
got that one too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know
It
how
doesn't
that-
spread beyond the second one though.
Huh.
The trees are being dead, and without the foliage on them, there is enough space between them that the fire doesn't spread easily. And the ground,
Okay.
the ground is very wet, of course. So.
Let us continue on. Ramakon's going to keep walking.
Okay. The swampy, dead forest around you begins to play on your emotions. Oven, you're somewhat immune to it because of its familiarity, but the rest of you find yourselves feeling more and more uncomfortable due to the surroundings here. And I'm going to need a sanity saving throw from all three of you.
Is this a psychic thing?
No.
What's a sanity saving throw?
I may not have given you... I thought this came up once before. I may not have given you a sanity score. We added a 7th ability score on top of the 6 that you have. I'm going to say Ramakon is... What makes sense for Ramakon is probably like a 12, which would make your saving throw a 1, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
+1.
Yeah. So you're +1 on your sanity saving throw.
So 15.
Okay, Throck, what's yours?
Well,
I'll get the cards.
you might want to get a handful of them. I got a nat one.
Okay. Where are the cards? Someone has illusioned my cards away. All right, fine. Throck.
Mm-hmm.
You have failed the saving throw. You begin to hear whispering voices in the back of your mind. You can't tell where they're coming from, but you are pretty sure they're talking about how best to murder you.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
Zalios, what was your save?
10.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Zalios, as you round a bend, you see something in front of you. Your friends are suddenly not there. But what you see out in the middle of a clearing is yourself, Zelios, tied to a wooden chair, on fire and screaming. You see as your own flesh burns to a crisp, and the other you, just before the life goes out of his eyes, turns his face to you, and you see him make eye contact with you as he dies, and then the chair falls backward, and the charred corpse of yourself breaks into 1,000 dusty little charred pieces.
It's horrific.
I think Zelios, when he sees that, he's just gonna, he's gonna disappear, and it's gonna be Raylan now.
Raylan, when you arrive,
It's like, what?
there is no chair, there is no burned corpse, there is no clearing. There is a path through the swampy trees, and your friends are right beside you where they've been all along.
Whoa.
Why?
Well, how did we get here, guys? Guys, you okay?
He walked.
Yeah.
What is wrong?
No, it's me, Raylan. I'm back. Zelios went away again.
Yeah, you hear eerie in your head, Oven. It's quite obvious that's you, Raylan.
Does he change, by the way? Does he change in appearance?
Yeah, you see the two pictures behind Alan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so we all notice he changed then.
yeah. Early
Okay.
on, Zelios hadn't physically manifested for like the first 2 levels of play. And at that time, he didn't really change. But now he changes at will.
Okay.
Are we at the horse trees yet?
Nope.
No, not yet.
Well, we should be going then. East. Okay, this way.
West.
Oh yeah, this way.
Everyone roll perception.
Oh man.
Ooh, I got crit. That's my first crit.
Oh, what's the total? You both critted?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that makes it 20 and 22?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Throck, Rumicon, what'd you guys get?
5.
Yeah. Meanwhile, single digits over here. 8.
Tonight's game will be for the right side of the screen. Right side of the screen, as you guys are about to get walking again, you see both of you off to the left of where you are traveling, back in the trees, a human form watching you.
So Raylan yells out, "Who's that? I see you."
Ramakan looks to where he yells.
It's about 80 feet away. It's
80
hard.
feet.
It's hard to tell whether it's a man or a woman. It's definitely an adult, and they have a hood up over their face.
Oh man, it might be Daro. So Raylan looks around and he says, "Where's Daro? Is that Daro over there? Let me go check." And Raylan starts running over there.
Raylan, after you look around, when you look back, it's gone.
Man, where's Daro?
Daro disappeared.
We don't know.
We do not know.
Disappeared?
in the
Man,
night.
he hasn't done that for a while.
Throck has his underwear.
He got rid of all the excess, what word would he know? Got rid of most
Skin?
of his stuff and just went off with his sword. It's nothing, just
He
whatever.
didn't even take his undergarments.
So you telling me Darrow's out there naked right now?
That's what we suspect.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe he could have put on something else, I guess.
I haven't worn undergarments in a long time. It's quite freeing.
I don't want to know, Ramakan.
You guys all know. You can tell.
Yeah.
I don't think technically you're wearing any clothes.
Well, he's a mummy. He's technically wearing something.
Yes, but
Mummies don't get wrapped up in clothes. What did you
strips of
think?
linen is different.
Does Ramakan have linen, like strips around him?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
At
mummies
this-
are wrapped in.
Yeah, at this point, a lot of them are gone. I mean, not all mummies are wrapped up like Egyptian mummies, but Ramakan is. Yeah, at this
All right,
point,
well-
most of
well-
the wraps are probably gone. But yeah,
Yes.
your body is basically a raisin. So
Joe, nothing to see here.
Well, let's continue forward.
Yes, I think we should. So we all saw that character then, because
Yeah. you
Okay.
all saw it after these two pointed you to him. You saw it, but you didn't have time to do anything before it was gone.
Clearly this is the one casting these illusions.
Illusions.
Yes, there was a scarecrow back there.
Yeah, watch this. Throck touches the tree.
Oh, does he touch the tree?
You
Yeah.
roll to touch the tree. I don't know. He touches the tree.
No, but the tree doesn't
And
disappear.
it catches fire.
Right?
Oh, it catches fire. I see. I see what's going
Yeah,
on.
this is the thing that's going to happen, by the way.
Good for you.
You got another one, Throck. Way to go.
All right. Well,
I suggest we continue to move.
Okay.
all right.
So you guys continue moving.
Back to it.
The sun rises higher in the sky. The sun, by the way, is looking redder and redder every day since the castle fell. The world at large is not really what it was. You can feel it in your souls as you move through this swamp. There start to be more living things. The trees are still dead, but there are vines, there's moss. But the addition of life to the landscape serves only to increase the rancidness of the odors.
Can Ramakan smell?
Yeah.
So he can't taste anything. Oh, I guess he can, but nothing tastes good to him.
Yeah.
Right.
You can smell, though.
But he can smell. Mhm.
It smells wet and rotten and disgusting.
Does that mean he can smell himself since he's been undead for so long?
No, you are long past the point of smelling like anything.
Okay.
For a while, you smelled like embalming fluid, but for most of your memory at this point, it's just been dusty. It's a dusty smell.
Okay. Mm.
So, The swamp continues, and you continue your trek through it. The sun seems completely, what's the word I'm looking for? Impotent when it comes to heating up the air. It's just cold enough to be bitter against your skin without actually causing ice to form. I'm going to need everyone to make another sanity check.
Including me?
At this point, yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Or
4 for Ramakon. 3 for Throck.
18.
18 for Oven. And Raylan, you have proficiency in this.
In what?
Insanity saving throws.
No, not tonight. That's another 10.
10. Okay, Oven, nothing happens. Ramakon. You, in the course of your walk, find yourself once again momentarily separated from your companions by just a few paces. As you round a tree, there is a person standing in front of you. It's the person from the woods with the hood. You can't get a clear look at his face. He's wearing robes of black and gray, and his hood is pulled way over his face, but you almost run into him. He's standing so directly in front of you, and you hear him whisper in your head, "I don't know you." And I'm going to need you to, let's see, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
six.
Okay. As the words of this person burrow into your brain, you take 4 psychic damage, which you have resistance to, so it becomes 2. And then, as you are rocked back from the force of these bizarre words, the man is gone.
Monacon puts his mace in the ground to kind of stabilize himself and kind of jolting back ever so slightly. He just kind of gives a little...
Everything is normal again.
So he just kind of looks around and he doesn't see the human, the person, the cloak.
Nope.
And then he just looks up and he says, "Reveal yourself, trickster."
Nothing happens. You guys all hear Ramakon say this. When you turn to look at Ramakon, there's nobody around.
Whoever you are, show yourself.
Nothing happens.
He looks for Raylan.
Raylan's right there.
All right. He says, "Clearly there's something here. I don't know what, but we must keep moving."
Okay, Throck. Uh-oh. Connection. Okay.
There we go.
Well, one more. Throck.
Mm-hmm.
Not too long after Ramakon's incident, you suddenly feel a slimy rotting sensation on your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to look at your hand?
Yeah.
Your left ring finger, fourth finger, is dead and rotting. But instead of just being a dead finger, it looks like a dead snake attached to your hand at the knuckle. And as you look at it, the dead snake begins to move.
Oh.
And it turns and it bites your next finger.
Hey.
Getting a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Let me check the damage. Yes. You take 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Throck immediately punches his hand.
Roll damage on yourself.
Yep. Let's see. Well, it's just a punch, right? So
Yeah, it's an
that's,
unarmed strike against yourself. It's going to auto hit.
Yeah, which means that it's was it 1 plus the plus, so 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Are
Okay.
you resistant to bludgeoning?
Only while he's raging.
Not yet.
Okay.
If the snake finger keeps it up, yeah.
You have
So
not you have not done a significant amount of damage to the undead snake finger, but you definitely hurt yourself. You didn't exactly get the finger just right. You got you got it, but you got everything around it too, because your meat hooks are so big.
Yeah.
We noticed this.
You guys all see Throck suddenly freak out and start punching his own hand. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still there, right? It's
still there.
Throck,
And
what are you
it's
doing?
going to go ahead and bite you again.
Oh, it's on.
This time for 29 to hit, so
Yeah.
5 more damage.
Yeah, that hits. Great. All right, because it makes sense. Gonna go into a rage.
Bam! Everybody take 3 fire damage.
Yep.
All 3 of everyone else take 3 fire damage.
And I'm gonna hit myself again.
Okay.
This is what failed sanity checks does to you kids.
But a day, don't fail your sanity check.
Don't do it.
Not worth it, kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then, okay, so halved. So that's 4 then points of bludgeoning damage to myself.
Run it back.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything?
I can't heal.
How's it look?
It's definitely still an undead snake instead of a finger, and it definitely wants to eat you.
Oh, this snake finger. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll toss in a healing word.
I would like to point out that you have no idea why Throck is punching his own hand, and he may be dangerous.
That's
Ramakan's going to say, Throck, why are you hitting yourself?
I'm not hitting myself. I'm hitting the snake finger here.
There is no snake finger.
Well, there's about to not be, and hits again.
Roll damage.
Okay. I mean, it's a constant with an unarmed strike, so
Yeah.
4
Okay.
more damage. Oh, how much on the healing word there?
6. And my healing word is just Throck.
Hey, thanks. I'll be done in a minute.
No.
Okay.
Sure.
Animal handling on Throck.
I'm sorry?
I'm wondering if I can use animal handling on Throck.
No. This close, but no.
All
What
of a
about on
sudden,
his finger?
I was kind of picturing Black Widow and the Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, it's the snake's turn. 30 to hit.
Oh yeah, that barely hits.
It does. You are only going to take 1 damage this time.
Okay.
It is
got him
trying to
on.
bite you still, but it can really only reach the hand and the fingers next to it.
Yep. All right.
Throck.
Yep.
There is, I don't know what you're seeing, but we see your hand and there's no snake.
What do you mean there's no snake? Of course there's a snake right there.
Let me see.
Do
And
not,
Raylan tries to hold Throck's hand.
do not get close to him.
Throck, do you allow Raylan to touch your hand?
Don't. No, I got you. You stay back.
Ramakan pulls Raylan away.
Okay.
It's like, but he's seeing. He's not
Yeah.
seeing right.
But he doesn't understand.
We have to make him understand.
So, Ramakan has the ability to speak mentally, right, to Throck.
Yes.
Can he sound like anyone? Can he sound like? Does he sound like him?
Yeah,
Ramakan?
it will be you. It will be your own voice, yeah.
Okay. All right. I was gonna try something. Throck. He says that like in his head though, not out loud. You hear me?
Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute.
At this point, Oven is going to drop her deer mask down over her face and get up into Throck's face and start screeching at him.
Oh.
Okay.
With intimidation.
Okay, roll it.
23.
What the hell? You
I
know,
have a high intimidation.
What?
I'm scary.
What is that? A wisdom?
I guess, yeah.
It's a charisma.
It's a
I mean, it
Or
really.
is it wisdom?
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
much-
intimidation
much
is
less.
charisma, but Throck would make a wisdom save against it.
Yeah. So 13.
Well, you've never seen Oven come at you like this before, but you have seen her turn people inside out. So it's a little startling. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's the
Isn't it
It
Isn't
breaks.
Stop!
But
You're fine. There's no snake. There's no snake.
You can see it, Throck. It's on your hand. You can feel it biting you.
but it's there. It is. Look. Right there. It's this one. It's the one right here. Like I don't see how you can.
Would you let me pinch the tip of your finger?
I do whatever. Kill it if you want. I don't care. I'm after it too.
I'm going to pinch the tip of his finger. Just hold it still.
You do so. Throck,
Yep.
when Oven reaches out and grabs for that snake, it feels like that snake had bit you again.
Oh yeah.
Man. I'm trying. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Throck,
Yeah.
make an investigation check on the finger. Now that all
Oh.
3 of your companions have told you it's not really there, I'm going to allow the investigation check.
Okay. 2.
Okay. These guys are blind as hell. It's obvious to anyone who grew up on the steps where people belong that this is a dead snake finger.
Yeah. If you, it's like you've never seen one of these before.
You've noticed that your friends from human lands and other non-Ur places, they seem to not get things sometimes. Like,
So weird.
sometimes it's just obviously time to fight and they don't get it. And this is one of those times.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
While this continues,
Well,
Nope. It certainly doesn't.
what's happening?
I'm turning him into a frog.
Uh-oh.
What is a frog's intelligence score?
I don't know, but he needs to make a wisdom save.
Throck,
I'm putting him in his pocket.
are you willing to be turned into a frog? Because if you are, you don't need the save.
I mean, I don't think that I need to save, because if is gonna do anything, I'm gonna trust That's fine.
If you
Yeah.
do that, who's going to carry our bags?
Oop.
The bags
Okay,
merge
fine, I'll
into his
turn him-
form.
What?
Yeah, they go inside of him.
Everything you're
Inside the
wearing
frog.
or carrying when you get polymorphed merges into your new body.
Is it a certain weight, though? Or no?
No.
Rivet.
Okay.
If he's carrying it, it goes.
Okay.
So Throck is a frog. Oven, do you have the stat block for a frog?
Yeah.
What is
Rivet.
its intelligence modifier?
A frog's intelligence modifier is +2.
Throck, you just got smarter. Your tiny frog finger, which you actually have one less when you're a frog, but one of the fingers is still an even tinier undead snake. However, you may now roll an investigation, but that's intelligence. Again.
Oh, man.
Nat 1.
Okay.
It's look. I've never driven before, and I just got set down in a Ferrari. All right.
This is the smartest you've ever been.
This is the smartest I've ever been, and I know nothing how to do it.
So, Oven, you can pick up Throck. He will continue ineffectually trying to remove his own finger.
Can a frog even touch his own fingers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
And-
got it. He can. Yeah, of course. I imagine
He
somehow.
They can,
thumb
right?
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now.
What
now
kind of
Frog
attack
don't
does a
have to
frog
do anything
have?
about it, though.
A tongue strike.
Nope.
Nothing.
It can breathe in air and water, and it can do a standing leap. And that is it.
Okay, so Throck, you can just gnaw on the finger if you want, but it won't do anything.
Yeah.
And
Hit me with my
after
tongue.
that was about 5 rounds. After the rest of the minute passes, your frog finger turns back into a frog finger. The snake is gone. like it was never there.
But nobody else knows this, just him.
Correct. He's a frog and he's in Oven's pocket.
Yeah, but
But he does
I
stop.
mean-
I mean, you feel him stop doing whatever he was doing.
I'm going to go ahead and take him out of my pocket.
He is no longer attacking his own frog hand.
And I'm going to drop the concentration.
Are you... All right, well, he turns back into Throck in your hand. And...
I mean,
I got it finally.
get off my hand.
Throck, that finger's broken. In more than one place.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Well, Alvin's hand, wouldn't her hand be broken after?
No, I
Okay.
mean, he got heavier and she dropped him. It happens.
Uh,
all right. There you go. So that happened.
it seems something is attacking our mind, making us think things are real when they are not.
Raylan,
Here with this kind of magic.
while Ramakon finishes saying that, you hear voices in your mind, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Yes.
14.
No, just Raylan.
Oh, I think so.
Wisdom saving throw 9.
Okay. So these whispers in your mind, they sound like overlapping voices, all whispering very angrily and very maliciously. And you take 13 psychic damage as you hear the words, "Bring it back!" And that is where we will take our break. All right, everyone. We are going to come back in 10 minutes. It's 10 o'clock exactly right now. We almost never do that, but it is tonight. And we'll be back at 10:10. So we will see everyone at that time. Welcome back! We have all gone and done our thing and returned to doing our collective thing. Well, Throck has just flipped out and broken his own finger with his bare hand, other hand, and you have all had to watch it. And now Raylan has taken this psychic damage to the brain and heard the words, "Bring it back." Do you tell any of them about it?
I mean, Raylan just kind of just yells out, "Bring what back?" What are you talking about?
Everyone, perception checks.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know which dice to use.
Ramakon,
11.
Throck,
Woo! 14.
Oven,
20.
Raylan.
That one.
Oh.
Well, Throck and Oven, because you are standing so near each other from having turned back into the world's strongest Urman in Oven's hand, you are both standing in the right place to see where this magic has been coming from. There is a man in some robes. Throck, roll a history check.
Okie dokie. Wow. Still bad, but 13.
You have seen those robes before.
Do I remember where?
It's asking a little too much of you.
Yeah, I know.
Oven, you have not, as far as you know, seen these robes. But the hood is up over the face. He is standing about 20 feet away from you off of the little... Well, you're not really on a trail, but there's sort of a path that you've chosen between the trees. He's standing about 20 feet away.
I mean, I could go and get him.
Okay. Are you gonna?
Do we all see him by now?
If these two would like to point him out, yeah.
Yeah, I'll point him out as I'm, running up to him.
Okay, you run up to him.
Yeah, I want to do I want to grab him so he doesn't run. I don't know if he's gonna run or not, but most
Roll your grapple check.
human-looking things do. So, that is 23.
You successfully grab the spot where he ought to be, but you pass straight through him. And as you run straight through the image of this person, he turns around quickly and watches you go past.
Ramakan points his finger at this thing and says, it moves like that too. Who are you? And what have you to do with us?
He ignores you. Instead of answering Ramakan, he will roll initiative.
All right then.
Everybody, roll
It's
it.
on. Man, my rolls are horrible today.
Okay, I'm going to go through. Throck, what's yours?
9.
Oven?
17.
Yeah. Raylan? What you got?
Ooh.
Oh,
Raylan,
Who?
your initiative.
not 9.
9 for you two. Okay. And Ramakan.
6.
Okay, 6. Hold on, I've got a sticky key on my keyboard.
13. For roll off.
You can barely hear you, Joshua.
Sorry. I rolled a 13 for a roll off. If you want to do that.
Yeah, we are going to do that. Raylan, you have the same score as Thruck, so roll off, please, against his 13.
Six.
Okay, so Thruck, your 9 is becoming a 10. All right. Oven, you're up.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Cool. Nothing happens. Wait,
All right.
where are you casting it?
At him. Or whatever. The
Hold
object.
on. Yeah, at where the guy appears to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see something. I believe nothing happens, but I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah. You need to choose a creature, object, or magical effect within range. You're
Yes.
choosing that creature.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Next, do you have anything else to do before we move on?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal. Heal Throck again. For 5? Hang on. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do we have any sort of map, Steve?
I can
Of
throw.
what's going on?
Yeah, I can throw one together. You guys are here. Let's see. I have kind of a loose setup. I will turn it into a deliberate one. Here we go. All right, let's see. So here you are. Let's clear this out. I'm going to use the laser just because it's cool. There's Ramakon, Raylan. That's Ghost, Oven. This is the person you are trying to fight, and that's Throck. With me? Okay. Anything else from you, Oven? You're muted.
Ghost goes right after me, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to send him to, I guess, attack the thing, but with... I've got like 4 things up.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna do his 2 bite attacks.
They both pass through.
And then he's gonna do the Cruer Whip.
Is that an attack roll?
It's why is it a bonus action, but then it says you can use your action? Yeah, it's a spell attack roll.
Okay. Just like with the bite attacks and with Throck's grapple, the whip passes right through this person. And
So
it is now...
We see that.
Yeah, you all see that. You all watched Throck run right through this guy, and you all saw Ghost essentially do the same thing.
Do we perceive it as clearly an illusion? Do we have any sort of intelligence on what just happened?
When your turn comes, you can try to figure that out. At this time, no. At this time, whatever you want to assume about it, you may. But it is now his turn. Throck, as you turn around to see this man behind you, he reaches up and pulls off the hood that he's been wearing. Mm-hmm. And at last, you realize something about him. You're not great with faces, but you realize that the ring finger of his left hand is missing. Mm-hmm. And he looks up at you and opens his mouth and yells, and his eyes go black, and his mouth pops out with like huge sharp teeth, and it's like the void of death itself crawling out of his face towards you. And you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. 12.
You are frightened for 1 minute. And because you have failed by 5, you will incur another effect. As you all watch, Throck yells in pain, staggers back 1 step, and his body starts to collapse in just a little bit. He gets slightly thinner. His belly gets slightly bigger. Some hair, a little bit, falls off of his body, and most of what stays changes color. Throck's fur over most of his body turns gray. You are witnessing the rapid aging of an Urman. Throck, you have just aged 20 years.
Oh, I am the strongest and oldest Urman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oldest Urman, it is your turn.
Well, what they tell you about gray hair making you wiser is a lie.
That self-wisdom.
Yeah. Throck turns. Well, this is looking at this good old K again. And yeah, you know.
Ghost ought to be here, and Throck is here now. Yeah.
You know, I made a mistake not just wiping the floor with you first. All right, gonna go into a rage. I am still frightened, right?
Yeah. You are still frightened, so you cannot approach him.
Right. But I'm all right. So the rage happens. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, another connection glitch.
Yeah.
Are we back? Waiting for Carolynn's image to reappear. Joshua's is going in and out. Must be something on my end tonight. Oh, there we go. We're back. Okay. Resume.
Yeah. So anyway, Throck takes some swings, recklessly, but
Throck, you can't reach him.
Oh, I can't reach him.
Because
because I step back, right?
You can't get
All
closer.
Right. Yep. You're right. Huh.
So you go into a rage, and the fire hits him.
Yeah.
But you can't get any closer.
I can't get any closer. All right, I'm trying to get closer to him, and it just can't do it. In that case, well, I'm just gonna throw my maul at him to start.
Okay, do that.
So
Disadvantage, please.
See what happens. So, Too bad it was disadvantage. Way to knock out my nat 20 with fear. But it still is a 27 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. So that's 8, 16, 17. 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and something happens. Yikes!
What happens?
Well, as I get to my equipment, I'll tell you. Uh-oh. All right, equipment. There we go. So, everybody within 30 feet. The target and every creature within 30 feet must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, or be stunned. So
Farthest person away is Ramakon, and he
Sorry
is
about
25 feet. So everybody on the board must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. I didn't say it was a smart move.
It was the only move.
It was the only move. Oh, even Throck failed that one. Oh yeah.
Ramakon, what'd you get?
15.
Oven?
19.
Raylan?
26.
What was the number to beat, Throck?
17.
Okay.
Yeah. So Throck is stunned. So his turn's done.
It's a stun?
Yeah. It's
I thought it was a prone.
Nope. He's stunned until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So,
So
there
you
go.
have successfully stunned the man in front of you, as well as, I think, Ramakon. And what
Yep.
about Ghost?
Oh. Let's find out. Definitely also Ghost.
Okay, everyone is stunned except Ramakon.
No,
Oh.
I'm stunned.
Oh, right.
Ramakon.
Yeah, everyone is stunned except Oven and Raylan.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Okay, let's go through the turn order anyway. Raylan, you are not stunned. What would you like to do? This man's back is still to you. You're here. He's here. He has taken off his hood, but you haven't seen his face yet.
Oven, during Oven's turn, did you try to hit him with a spell already?
I tried Dispel Magic.
On him?
Yeah,
And nothing happened?
right.
Ghost tried Cruer Whip, and it went right through him.
Yeah,
But that wasn't a spell.
That
It
is
was a spell.
Yeah.
The Cool Whip is a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, see, I don't want to just use a spell. I
But
think
the
it might
bites-
just.
you also saw the bites.
Yeah, the
Go
bites
right
went
through him.
But then he also saw Throck's thing hit him.
Yeah, Fox thing did hit him, and that was his hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's his hammer imbued with again?
I mean, it's the Hammer of Thunderbolts, so it's kind of a lightning hammer thing.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. So Thunderbolt. I'm gonna get in a position where I don't hit the doggy or Throck.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see about that. In order to do so, yeah, you can do it pretty easily. Just got to move to there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, he's got to make a save.
He's failed the save.
All right.
Yeah, if he's stunned, he auto fails.
It's going to be 52 damage.
Nothing happens.
So it just goes straight through him?
It goes straight through him, and it lights these shrubberies on fire.
Okay. That's all I can... I mean... Is he casting a shadow?
Roll investigation.
I'm going to use a luck on that. 15.
He was not casting a shadow at first. But when he reached up to pull off his hood, he began casting a shadow. And a split second after Throck hit him, the shadow disappeared again. You also notice, I'll give you this one for free since you're paying such close attention to the details of him. His feet are not touching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't been at all the whole time.
So I yell out to Oven because, and I just say, he's not casting a shadow and his feet is off the ground. He might not even be there. Look around. That's it.
Okay.
We all, I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you all hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It is now Ramakan's turn, but he's stunned.
Is there a save I can make, like each time?
No, your stun ends at the end of your turn, so you're not stunned anymore.
Yeah. You just hear this massive boom, and you're stunned.
You're stunned for one turn.
Yeah, till the end of my turn. Sorry.
But it is Oven's turn now.
Can I do like what do you call it? The action. I can't take an action. Never mind.
You can't do anything at all.
Never mind.
Till your next turn. So Oven, what's up?
Can he perceive anything though? Can Ramakan see any sort of like? Is he a shadow or is he undead? Or can he perceive anything about?
You can't tell anything else than anyone else can. Oven, what's up?
Okay, so as soon as Raylan told me all of that, I'm going to look around and see if I can see another version of him somewhere.
You cannot.
Okay. Well, in that case, that wasn't an action, right?
No.
Cool. I'm going to moonbeam him.
Rock. Okay. We discussed this before the stream started, but I will let the viewers know. We are going to a stricter interpretation of Moonbeam rules than we have been using up till now. So it does not deal damage until his turn starts or until he moves into it. I can put it just there so it doesn't hit Ghost or Throck. Fortunately, Throck is just far enough away. Okay. Man, I really got to get better with these chords. The rolly chair is great, but it makes chord wrangling a problem. Okay. All right, you've moonbeamed him. Anything else?
For now. I mean, I guess I'll yell at Ghost to come back to me.
Ghost is stunned.
Yeah, but whenever he's not stunned, he will be coming back. Nope, that's gonna be it for now.
Okay. Your enemy has a turn and cannot do anything with it.
Does that mean he takes damage?
Yeah. It's a con save. Oh, no, wait. He doesn't take the damage. He currently has no shadow. He stands in the moonbeam and nothing happens to him. Throck, it's your turn. Does the stun end for everyone at the end of your turn, or does it end for everyone?
That's right.
At the end of your turn, okay.
Uh-huh. Yep, so my turn's over.
Okay. Raylan, your turn.
Throck, you got stunned by it too?
Yeah, he stunned himself with it.
Worth it.
When Throck's turn ends, and just before Raylan has a turn, the shadow reappears, and this guy's going to make his con save now. He made 18.
Okay, then it takes half of 22.
That's radiant damage, correct?
Yep.
All right. So you see that it burns him even as he stands there, but he ignores it and turns to face Raylan. What are you doing, Raylan?
It's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
So I saw him get hit with the beam, and he actually he reacted to it, right?
Correct. You see him. He doesn't react is a strong word, but you can see that it's burning him. You can see like wisps of smoke coming off.
And I see his shadow there too, right?
Yes, because of the moonbeam, the only place he has a shadow is directly under him, but it's there.
I cast banishment.
Okay. What's the save for that?
16.
And it's wisdom?
Charisma.
He passes.
Well, give him my best shot. Who knew he would be good at charisma?
He's actually not that good at it, but he passed.
Mm-hmm. I wish there was a way to make that higher.
By the way, I forgot to say, I should have said, Throck's already realized this. Out of curiosity, Oven, have you figured out, or Alan, have you figured out who this is?
No.
Well, Raylan does. When he turns to face you, it is Kalar Amon.
Yeah.
The evil wizard that you and Throck tortured and executed in order to save Oven.
By burning him in a chair.
And then Throck took his finger.
Yeah.
What? But we threw him off the building.
No, you didn't. You took him back to you took him back to the room and tortured him for information about how to heal Oven.
I know, but at the end of that, I thought we threw him off the building.
I don't know what you did with the body. I'm pretty sure you just left it there in the room. You might have thrown him out the window, but that wouldn't have made much sense at the time since you were hiding. You definitely killed him by burning him alive in his chair with a firebolt.
Yep.
And then Throck took his finger off the corpse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now he's here, floating in Oven's moonbeam, looking at you, avoiding your banishment. And then, at the end of your turn, he takes his legendary.
A reaction?
A legendary action.
Is it a legendary reaction?
There's no such thing as a legendary reaction.
So it's his turn right now.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
it's your turn. It's the end of your turn. A legendary action is taken at the end of another creature's turn.
Okay.
So that's what makes it legendary. It basically gives him extra actions in the course of a round so that he can stand up against all of you. But he's facing you. You've tried to banish him. It hasn't worked. And he raises his hands in the air and makes this motion, at which point...
Can I try to counterspell this spell?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to do the 5th level.
He counterspells your counterspell. But...
During his legendary action?
Yeah, you have a reaction, he has a reaction. However, he's only counterspelling at 3rd level. So he's going to have to make a check to see if he can counterspell your counterspell. So how does that check work? It's 11 plus 11 on the die plus the spellcasting modifier. 18, and that's because you cast it at 5th level. The check is 15, so he does successfully counterspell your counterspell.
And Ramakon wants to counter. Can Ramakon counterspell? Is he out of stun mode now?
Ramakon has counterspell?
Yeah, Ramakon can counter the counterspell that's countering counterspell.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can
Is he still
counterspell.
stunned?
No,
Yeah, you
you're
can
not stunned.
counterspell-
The stun ended
Okay.
when Throck's
Yep.
turn ended.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
you can counterspell his counterspell.
Okay.
He puts his hands up like this, like a stop.
And you
Try.
always cast counterspell at 5th level because you're a warlock, which
Correct.
means you automatically counterspell the
Yeah.
counterspell of the
Yeah.
counterspell.
Wow.
And he is so mad. He didn't know you before. Now he knows you, and he hates you.
Well, that's the most.
You have
decent thing
witnessed.
tonight.
You have witnessed
That-
a triple counterspell.
That was outstanding. Okay, Ramakon, it is now your turn. He has wasted his legendary action on a chain of counterspells.
And with that, he looks at this. Can he tell whatever? Can he tell this thing is undead or not?
Um,
Yeah.
I don't. Somebody's getting Skype messages, and it's
I
really loud.
don't have.
Get headphones.
I'm
Get
not
headphones.
headphones on. I just don't. Whatever. Hold
He
on.
he doesn't believe in headphones.
Before I can like.
Don't worry about it. You're not going to be able to mute Skype while also not muting Skype.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
So he takes up all of his focus and he says, "You will." He says, "Crumble," and he casts Hold Monster
Okay.
on this guy.
What's the save?
Hold on a second. It is 19 Wisdom.
He actually fails it.
That's right, he did. He is now paralyzed for the duration. That's all it says. It says no. Oh, by the way, that's why I asked you. Can he tell if he's undead or not? I wanted to ask you.
You cannot tell that by looking. You are free to make your own assumptions.
I can't tell. Okay.
You
There's
cannot
no
tell.
investigation I could make.
If you want to make an investigation check, yeah, you might get high
Yeah,
enough.
I do. Before I cast the spell, I do. That's fine.
Okay, roll it. Bless you.
3.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't know.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I think I might have wasted a spell.
You sure did, butto.
It's fine. At least we got to stop that spell, though.
Yeah, your counterspell was awesome.
Okay, well, with his bonus action, then he's going to. Wait, I don't even know if I can do this now, because I just cast a spell. Can I curse him? Yes, I'm gonna curse him. Wait a minute before I do that. Yeah, I'm going to cast a spell. I'm just gonna curse him. A hex. Sorry, hex.
Okay.
So he's. Yeah, he kind of like points to his brain and just casts hex on him. And that's it.
Haven't you used both of your spell slots though?
Yeah, but this is a bonus as a I can use it as part of my
Oh, yeah, you got it without expending a spell
thing.
slot. Okay, yeah. That's a UA feat. I forgot all about that.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So Ramakan's turn is over. He has successfully hexed the ghost of Kalar Amon. Oven, you're up.
I'm gonna mumble to myself, a little help here, Eerie.
What's wrong?
How? Nothing is hitting. Literally nothing is hitting.
Oh, yeah. The queen says that guy's missing. I guess you found him.
Oh, good. We found a missing dude. Awesome.
Good luck.
This doesn't help. And let's see, what can I do in the meantime? I don't know what I can do. It's a concentration. He's not technically dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna do another healing, I guess, since that's all I pretty much can do.
Is anybody hurt?
Oh, well, I know Throck was.
Throck might still be. Yeah, you've already healed him though. I don't know how much he's hurt.
Throck beat himself up pretty good.
Understood.
You get another 7.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Alrighty. It is now the ghost's turn. He will make his con save for the moonbeam. And totally fail it. What's the damage?
Oi.
3?
No. No. It is... I don't remember what level I rolled it at.
Isn't it Avin's ghost? Avin's thing? Dog's turn? Ghost?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Ghost just returns to me. What did I roll it at? I think I rolled it at 3. So 22.
Okay, he takes 22 damage. And does not like it one bit. As your turn ends, he will take a legendary. And say to you, Oven, from inside your moonbeam, even as Ghost returns to your side. He will say, "The next time you die, it will be far worse." And you will now take some psychic damage. Oh no, you gotta make a wisdom save first.
Okay.
Do that, please.
Uh, 22.
You pass. And he will grunt arrogantly at you, then look over at Raylan and say, well, first he will hike himself out of the moonbeam a little bit. And then he will say to Raylan, suffer. You must make... oh no. Do you have 100 hit points or fewer?
I have fewer.
Then you are subject to crippling pain. You cannot... your speed cannot be any higher than 10 feet. You have disadvantage on all attacks, ability checks, and saving throws, other than Constitution. And the last thing is, if you try to cast a spell, you must first succeed on a con save, or the casting will fail and be wasted. You are going to be able to make a con save against this effect on the end of each of your turns. So you are crippled by agonizing pain and suffering as he says the word suffer to you. And he will then leave. He's going to turn and fly this direction about to there. Can I get that in frame? There he is. This new layout makes it hard to get the whole battlefield at once. Got it. There we go. Okay, so that's where the moonbeam is, obviously very visible. This is Oven. She's just at the edge of frame. And here is the ghost of Kalaramon flying away. And his turn's over. Throck, you are up. You are not capable of moving any closer to Kalaramon. However, your hammer is in the moonbeam.
Right. Yeah, but Throck's gonna actually start looking through Dar's bags. And real quick, see if he can find a finger in there.
Is that where you expect it to be?
Yeah, I gave it to Dar.
Roll investigation, obviously.
I gave,
yeah.
I gave him the finger. Oh yeah, no, 4.
Okay, 4. You don't find it. You find a lot of daggers, like way more daggers than you thought Darrow had. And you also find a lot of clothes, like more clothes than you thought he could have fit in this bag. And like a fake nose, and a forgery kit, but you don't find the finger.
You know, the nose will do. I'll take the nose and put it in the sling and shoot that at him.
Roll it. Just count it as regular ammunition.
And yeah. And as I do that, I say, "Hey, coward Amon." I got a nat 1, so I'm sure it probably doesn't hit.
It does not hit.
Yeah, you run. You keep running.
All right. As your nose whiffs right past him, Kalaramon turns and looks at you, and then does this, and he's gone. But as he goes out, he speaks once more to all of you and says, "Bring it back."
Coward.
How can we bring something back when we don't know what he's talking about? And then he leaves without telling us. A little counterintuitive, is it not?
Oven, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm in the same boat as Ramakan. I have no idea what he wants back. Having been unconscious the entire time.
Yeah.
And not even knowing who this person is.
I mean, can I do like a cat? I don't know if Raylan can even think about it.
Ramakan, are we still in initiative?
No. He has
Ram-
left.
Ramakan's going to run over to Raylan
Okay.
and assess his current state of being.
Raylan's just on the floor, just trying to hold, like not let the pain get him so bad.
Yeah, the pain recedes. Eventually, you are going to make your con save, so it does go away. Eventually.
Okay.
Did you know what he was talking about?
Raylan kind of like slowly gets up. Can I do like a history check because it was so far in the past?
You may do a history check, yeah. Also, Zalios was in control when it happened.
Mm-hmm. History. So that's 14 on the die.
The following things were taken from Kalar Amon. His salve, which you know poisoned Oven, and you guys already used up the rest of it. Some potions, some of which Throck has drunk, and some of which were used to heal Oven when she was sick from the salve. The medallion of cord, which you took from the giant in Kalar Amon's tower, and which already was returned to the giants at Jotunheim. And of course, his dead finger, after you burned him alive in the chair.
We took his finger?
Not we.
No, Throck did.
Throck, do you wait? So, but didn't he didn't find the finger, right?
Throck did not find the finger.
Throck, you still have that finger?
I mean, I gave it to Dar, so yeah, but I don't think he has it.
Yeah, here's the thing. I couldn't find the video evidence of it, but I was positive you'd given it to Eerie. Either way,
as a present?
If you gave it to Eerie, well, I found a spot where she took a goblin finger. That may have been what I was thinking of, but if Eerie had it, Throck has it because he's got all the bags.
Yeah.
And Eerie doesn't need them anymore. If you gave it to Darrow, I'm going to need someone to remember what Darrow did with it.
Yeah, I remember when I gave it to him, and I kind of have a recollection that he just kind of dropped it shortly after I gave it to him.
I can't imagine that Darrow would have kept the finger.
Right. It means something to Throck. It meant something when Throck gave it to Dar, even, but it doesn't necessarily translate.
Did he just drop on the floor though? I don't think he just.
We're gonna have to go through and find out,
We'll see.
When Matt is available, we'll have to ask him. But there's
no way he's gonna remember.
Here's the thing but he might. I mean,
He
Joshua
might.
remembers giving it to him.
Oh
But
yeah.
the thing is, it's a dead, burned finger that is months old. Even if it's in that bag, it's going to be hard to recognize. So for now, Throck just doesn't find it.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. All this guy wants is his dang finger back.
I guess so. I mean, there is a lot of stuff, but that would make the most sense.
Well, then give him his finger and we can be on with it.
I don't know where it is.
I mean, I took some teeth from his cats. I guess that might be, maybe that's what he wants.
He said it.
Throck hurt the cats?
Well,
What?
oh yeah.
Why would you do that to cats?
Well, they were really big and they were trying to eat us. So
Yeah, they weren't small cats.
What? But I love cats. There's like 4 of them around me right now.
I do too, Eri.
This
Shake.
one's still half in the other world.
It doesn't matter what Ramakant even wants.
What Ramakant want?
It doesn't matter.
Kayla Ramon.
He's
I know.
Sorry.
We've got all these hyphenated
Sorry.
names.
Kayla. It doesn't matter what Kayla wants. He should be dead anyway.
Well,
And
clearly,
you know how we feel about undead, right, Oven?
Often kind of glances over at Ramakant. Yeah. Also, turns out he's missing. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah, he's missing. He's supposed to be here, and he's not here.
Yeah.
Sometimes people go missing, and the queen does not like it.
Maybe let the queen know that we found him and then he ran away.
I told her. She says you have to send him back.
Okay.
He also says she's ranting something about that damn mind flare.
The one with the mummy.
Wait,
That one?
what? Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So your friend knows. Oh, this is weird. I can't keep up. I feel like I missed a lot, you guys. I missed you so much.
I missed you
Yeah.
too, Eri.
Except for Raylan, I hate him a lot.
Feels like she needs a couple recap episodes.
We're working on that.
We'll get there eventually.
When he left, did the scenery change at all?
No.
No. So it's still the same. Oh.
How long have we been trudging along for, by the way?
At this point, it's been more than half the day.
Okay. Do we see any sort of cove or any area that we could take some shelter in and rest shortly?
No, but you do see the edge of the swamp.
As
Yeah.
we get out of this
It
swamp.
looks like it might be the edge of the swamp from where you're standing.
I agree. Let's get out of this swamp.
Okay, so Ramakant with Raylan makes his way over to what he suspects is the edge of the swamp.
Yeah, I mean it's going to take you some time to get there, but yeah, you reach it, and sure enough, the swamp fades over the course of 10-20 yards and becomes the type of terrain that you were traveling through. Grasslands. You are out the edge of the forest as well, so the trees kind of fade away, and you're looking at basically plains for the next few miles. Woo.
Last we heard was the tree, and you're looking at plant or something.
plain. You're looking at plains for the next few miles.
Okay. I suggest we recoup.
Yeah. How's Throck looking?
Old.
Oh, yeah. So he still looks old.
Yes. As you guys cross out of the swamp and into the grasslands, there is a sort of a sucking in behind you, and as you turn, you see the swamp and the death and decay of that whole place that you've been traipsing through for most of the day fade like a shadow going away when you light a candle. It all sinks into the ground and into the trees and is gone, and the regular forest is back where it was. The trees have leaves on them again. The swamp has been replaced with underbrush and grass. And Throck is still old and gray. That is not an illusion.
Rock, how do you feel?
I feel like I want to tell you to get off my lawn.
I mean, it's only 20 years, right? How old was Throck initially?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
Ermen aren't that old anyway, right?
no, they're
Yeah.
not.
Mustard.
So 20 years isn't that big of a hit, I think.
I think, and I can't remember because we went back and forth on this a little bit, and so I don't remember for sure. But I think it was like 15 or 17 or something like that before.
Whatever,
So that's true.
whatever the case is, Throck being incapable of counting years or
Right, yeah.
knowing how long a year is, Throck or any for that matter, has no concept of that. What you do know is that you have never seen an who looks as old as you look now.
Yeah.
Well, he
But
can't himself.
You
So-
have also never seen an die of anything other than violence or disease.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
entirely possible that an could live to be as old as you look, but it's never happened.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that.
Yeah. See, he's literally the oldest
Yeah.
literally.
Yep, pretty much.
Can't wait to hear what Granda thinks.
Erie says, I think it's great. It might mean I get to be with Thruck sooner.
I am going to keep that information to myself.
Oh no, tell him.
No.
Nope.
Aw. Well, tell him I miss him, and I'll see him again at some point.
I'll
I
ask Ramakan, do you know of any spells that can take away someone getting older with a spell? Like a remedy or something?
I
Ramakan,
do not.
roll Arcana.
Okay. Never mind. Hold that thought. 17.
All right. That is enough.
Nice.
You are aware of certain types of restoration magic that some types of spellcasters can access. You are not one of them. But if you could find someone who could cast restoration spells, as long as you do it soon enough, it can often reverse the effects of spells like this.
Is there any way for us to communicate with Radomir?
No.
Okay.
He could communicate with you if he knew about the situation, but he doesn't.
Okay, but we can't with him. Okay.
No.
We don't have any sort of...
Also, Radomir is not likely to be one of these people.
I thought he earlier on someone. Didn't he do that? He cast some sort of restoration spell on the monk dude?
No, Darrow did.
Oh.
You know that it is not arcane spellcasters who can do this, but it tends to be divine spellcasters, people who get their abilities through their faith.
Through their faith, you said?
Yeah.
I have faith in Abraxio.
Abraxiel can do all things, surely, but he's not here.
Ramakant calls out to Abraxio.
He's dabbled in that.
Yeah.
What's that?
What was that, Joshua?
I said he's dabbled in that.
Yeah.
Quite a long time ago, yeah. in another multiverse.
I mean, I can, but I would have to prepare it.
How long would it take?
A long rest to
Yeah.
prepare a new spell.
And we can't take a long rest right now, right?
You could.
Do we know how long Throck has? Do we have? Oh yeah, you just told me I had awareness of. Yeah, I have to find someone with greater restoration.
Yeah.
And soon.
You don't know how soon, but you do know that the difference between healing magic and restoration magic is that while healing will close wounds and heal injuries, restoration magic removes conditions and effects. So, if anything can help Throck, that'll be it.
So,
Well, maybe.
Mama Khan will make that known to the group.
I mean, like Raylan says, maybe, man, too bad Darrow's not here. Maybe he could help. And also maybe the horse trees can help too. I'm sure that horse is divine.
However, they're weeks away from what I remember Steve saying.
Indeed, they
No.
are.
Right? Okay. They are weeks away. We may not have this much time.
Week and a half, 2 weeks, but yeah.
But what about the next closest town?
Do we know that? Where that is?
Well, Throck, Oven, and Raylan. Roll a history check.
Oh no.
Ooh. Hey, do I get advantage now that I'm older? Just kidding.
You know what? Disadvantage.
Sweet.
I was going to say, if that's the case, then Ramakant should have like a million advantage.
You remember stuff you haven't even learned yet. All right, what are your numbers?
15.
Raylan.
I also got 15.
Throck.
Well, disadvantage is a 7.
What was the regular one?
It was a 16.
Well, Throck, you're a little bit distracted. Plus, you were unconscious when you arrived last time. But
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. I don't really
the
care.
rest of you, the other two, look around and realize that you are approaching a hill, on the other side of which is a slope leading down to a town that you visited before. The town of Olmsted is just over the hill.
Homestead.
Olmsted.
Homestead.
O-L-M, Olmsted.
Was that the well place?
It was indeed.
Man.
That is the next town. And it is...
It did have a church, right?
It had a temple of Arathis, but it was in disrepair.
Well, it has been a while. It might be different now.
What's different?
It could be worse.
We should go there and ask if there's anyone that could help Throck. It's our only chance.
You guys
To help.
remember, everyone in that town, when you left a few months ago, was either dead or escaped with you.
I don't feel like I need any, help, as he just like instinctively pulls out Nori's cane and starts using it.
Yeah, I was just going to say your knee hurts. Like, you're not sure why. You don't know why the hell your knee hurts. It just hurts now.
No.
Throck,
Got your
let's
hand
at
on
least
your back.
Yeah.
Throck, let's at least check, because I don't want to keep going if I knew we had a chance to help you.
All right. I mean, yeah. All right.
It might be a good place to rest as well.
Yes.
Might it?
And we already, well, again, I have to ask this every time, but Raylan doesn't remember anything from us killing those things in the well.
No, you guys all had your memories restored about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
you guys are all fully aware that this town was controlled by mind flayers. People were intellect devoured or replaced with oblexes, and or just straight mind controlled. Eerie was also with you, and she is strenuously objecting to returning to that place.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
We
There's
don't
only
have to.
so many times you can pee in that well.
We don't have to stay there. And we just gotta see if there's anybody there that could help Throck.
Why would anyone
They're
be
all
there?
Dead.
I know, but how long has it been since we've been there? Someone could have come by.
Yeah, mind flayer someone.
It's a good thing I can't hear her.
You just see Oven nodding and listening.
Yeah. Mind flayers.
Like, to my
Well-
knowledge, there's no other town nearby, right?
No,
Exactly.
the next town's a good ways to the south.
So this is our only chance. We can at least take a peek. And
Wait.
then if there's nothing there, we can leave.
Mistress, didn't you say you could try something?
I certainly did. I would need a good night's rest, though.
But do you want to rest here, or do you want to rest in that town?
Definitely do not want to rest in that town.
What time is it, Steve?
It's late afternoon now.
All right, well.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Ugh, feeling like bedtime already.
You guys look over and see Throck putting on some pajamas he found in Daro's bed.
Whew, all of a
He
sudden
puts
I'm
on,
cold or something.
he puts on like a nightcap.
Throck, while you're putting on the pants, your neck starts hurting. Just all of a sudden, like, yeah. What?
I wish I could take a picture. Man, I want to take a picture of Throck.
Old Throck.
Pictures.
Yeah.
Nobody else knows what you mean by picture.
So, given the knowledge then that I assume that Ramakhan knows at this point now from that discourse about the
Yeah.
about the mind flayers, Ramakhan's going to change his mind, and he's going to say, if this town was infested by mind flayers like the other one, then we should stay as far away from it as we can.
You're still a good hour and a half journey on foot, if you remember, away from that town.
All right, well, Raylan just sits down. He says, okay.
So,
And we'll just sit here.
Avon, what can you do?
I can sleep and then prepare a spell for him.
Okay.
Then I suggest we play it safe.
All right. Sleep time.
Okay, there are no creatures around from which to make a hut, so you guys just have to sleep out in the open.
Are there any trees around or any sort of covering?
You could step back into the forest you just left.
Yeah. Maybe we should find some cover. Maybe we should find cover.
Throck is already asleep.
He's
I
snoring.
guess not.
Okay. You guys pass the night uneventfully for now. You definitely continue to feel a sense of malice in the air all around you as you try to rest. And on each of your watches, you do occasionally think you hear just very faintly whisperings saying things like, "Give it back. You will burn. All of you will burn." But nothing actually happens. And often you are able to change your prepared spells.
Fantastic.
Ramakan looks through this bag of stuff, or the bags of what's his face.
Of Darrow?
Yeah, to see if he can find anything resembling a finger.
The thing about Darrow's bags is it's a bunch of random crap that he stole and things that he uses to dress up like people. So there's so many things in there. Like, have you ever gone through like a really big purse, like the kind that certain women use every day?
Hey.
Yeah, like, but not like the little ones they use sometimes, like the big ones that they never clean out. Like, that's what it's like, only worse. There's like, at one point you find like a rotten apple core that's just wrapped in some like handkerchief that's been there so long it's completely dried out. So you don't find a finger, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Okay. So, but nothing resembles that anything possible.
I mean, maybe you can't be sure.
Okay.
You also can't be sure if doing what the ghost says is a good idea.
No, I guess not. Well, with that, he's just gonna, kind of give up on the search of the bag.
Okay. All right, so the morning comes. What happens next?
We completed a long rest. Yay.
Long rest for all.
Huzzah.
Throck does sleep, like, earlier than the rest of you, but then he also wakes up way
totally
too damn
wakes
early.
up.
He's up,
Yeah.
like you guys wake up at 5 a.m. and look around and rub the sleep out of your eyes, and there's Throck halfway through hunting something.
Just like obnoxiously looking at them.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Puttering around the campsite.
yeah. Making fires and putting them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead then and well, Throck, it's time to stop being a grandpa. And I'm gonna reach out and just kind of like touch you in between your eyes and cast Greater Restoration.
Okay, two things. Throck, your knee stops hurting, and all of a sudden, you cannot figure out why the hell you would be up this early.
Oh, did I miss my watch?
No.
No.
Your fur is its correct color again. Your muscles are back.
God, you look much better.
Thanks. Wait, what?
We're going to end our stream there for the night. We will see everyone next week for our Halloween episode.
Yay! This wasn't it.
This was
Man,
not it. This was a
that-
nice
that
little
felt-
lead up.
That felt like the Halloween
Yeah.
episode.
A little bit.
All right, Joker,
I was
thanks
getting-
for
I was
hanging out.
getting I was getting like it vibes.
Yeah.
You're getting
Yeah, it
Ichabod
was-
vibes? Yeah.
It was scary how many nat ones happened.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? You deserved it after the last couple of weeks rolling nothing under 22.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you all in a week. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know. I think Pretty Boy probably fell asleep. I'm positive Canuck did. But Joker's here. We appreciate it. We'll see you
Yeah.
guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.